ready.
Hey guys, JCC2224 here, and welcome to another episode of Clone Corner. Another episode where I'm reviewing another one of these freaking Star Wars Transformers crossovers. Yeah, these things. Figured I would review the other one I have, that being the ARC-170. And this thing is actually significantly better than the Commander Cody turbo tank. This thing has a better vehicle mode. It has a more solid robot mode. Still a pretty weird looking one though. And it's more respectable as an engineered figure. For a Transformer, this is just a generally more respectable effort. I do enjoy the paint on this quite a bit. You can see just the deco on this thing's really cool. It's got the tiger shark stripes. They did release a normal version of the ARC-170, of course, but I have the tiger shark version here to show you today. A little astromech droid right there doesn't do anything. For a while I thought it could have done something, but no, it doesn't do anything. Of course, you can flip out the wings. You can flip out the sub-wings if you want. It's just simple. Just kind of pick them out. And hey, what do you know? You can flip the bottom ones and the top ones out. The bottom ones are a little harder since you have to flip it upside down. But yeah, it looks nice. It's a very nice model of the ARC-170 to display. Unfortunately, mine is missing a missile, but it's not too big of a problem. It still generally looks good. I think this is a very good model of the ARC-170. My favorite starfighter in all of Star Wars is the ARC-170, actually. I love the three cockpits. I love all the firepower. I love how it's pretty much the X-Wing, but even more intimidating. I think it's just really great. Underneath, there really isn't any visible robot parts, besides the hands right there. Not sure if you can see the hands. That's just the hand. But it's not that bad looking, and since it's black, it's not that jarring to the eye. I mean, you see those things dangling down there. You think, oh, it's just a little detail, I guess. You can kind of see the feet right there, but not too big of a problem. He does have two turrets on the back. He actually has both of them, unlike the full-scale action figure version that just has the one on top. They look nice, they articulate, they swivel around. Mine are missing paint, oddly enough, right at the base of the barrel, but not too big of a problem. And of course, like Commander Cody, there is a pilot figure, and this one is a small version of that ARC Trooper clone that I showed you at the start of the video. Oddly enough, mine is just slightly yellowed, but then again, it's a childhood toy of mine. What do you expect? Just a little bit of hydrogen peroxide will fix this guy up. You can see he actually has the visor. He actually has the visor on the helmet there, but it's an H. It's just an H. It doesn't have the downward for the mouth. It's just a sideways H. It's actually a pretty interesting visor design. You can see the sculpt is there. The sculpt is there for the proper helmet, but that they didn't paint it right. It's still a respectable effort for the size. Actually, it comes with a gun this time. Cody didn't have a gun. Very nice sculpt on that. Very nice paint in general. I really do like the blue deco. For comparison, here it is with the full-sized one. You can see pretty faithful indeed to the full-sized figure. Still has the eyes on the side, still has the blue on the shoulder pads, still has the blue hands even. Very, very good. It even has extra detail on the thighs, which is surprising. I'm not sure which one is accurate since this figure, this design never really appeared in any fiction. Stool, a cool looking figure. I like it. So let's set him off to the side. And he does have a little base, so he can, well, sometimes he can actually stand up. Come on, boy, you're standing up before. There we go. You can actually stand up. So let's transform this thing. Let's see if this one is any better than Cody's. Spoiler alert, it is a little bit. So let's remove the guns here. And I want to talk about this connection. You can see the connection for the guns is one of these kind of clip things where to get it in, it kind of squeezes. I don't like that. It's probably going to break. I don't like that. You also pop these off too. Same kind of connection. I don't like that. So with the accessories off, you're left with what you're most likely to see in a thrift store or a flea market if you find this thing. Unfortunately. So pretty much the first step is just kind of undoing some things. Flipping the wings down a bit, taking the legs from the back, flipping those out a bit, taking the top of it, the very front, and just splitting it in half. And seeing how that goes. Woo, it's split in half successfully, hooray. Then you take these parts, which will become the arms, just kind of slide those up a little bit for now. Finish splitting that out. Then I guess just take the wings and just kind of put them to the back as much as you can. Flip the legs down as much as you can until they reach the bottom there. Then flip the wings back. And I want to show you that one connection I was telling you about I don't like. The arms, how they tab in. You can see there's a little hole right there, and then there's a peg it goes into. You can see this one, it's already broken in half. And the other one is very, very close to also breaking in half. You can see that stress mark right there. So once we get the legs down, we swivel the waist. Just give that a good old turn. See if it'll actually turn for us. Thank you very much. And then we extend the legs down, and yet again, similar problem, but thankfully it doesn't extend right there. It extends below it. So we get this flip the foot, get this extended. Oh my God. We get that extended right there. We get this extended, and then we get this extended, and then it kind of clicks in at the bottom, so you can see it's not just wanting to push down, which is already quite the win over Commander Cody. Then we do that to both legs. Let's see if the other one will be a little kinder. No, it's not. That one was a little easier to extend, though. Then we plug it back in, and there's the legs done. He's got a bit of a samurai skirt going on. Moving up, flip the wings all the way back unless you want him to look like Starscream, which I personally do not. And then you take the shoulders, shift them all the way up until they kind of slot in up top. Take the arms, flip them down. I actually really do like the design of the arms on this guy. Flip the hand down, flip it over. Second verse, same as the first. I wonder who says that. Oh, I got no idea. Then there's the arms. We're almost done. Then we take these side parts, flip them down for cool shoulder armor. You can see a lot of the kibble on this actually adds to the look of the robot mode. And then for the head reveal, flip this back, and there is the head sculpt for this particular Transformers Star Wars figure. Then kind of get him situated and decide how you want the wings. I think I'll have them out a little bit for the review since I think it looks a little cool. And here we go. This one can actually stand a little better, and there is the base figure all transformed. Arming him up is pretty simple. We pretty much just give him his Buster rifles, I guess. I don't know, he really reminds me of the Wing Gundam Zero with his Buster rifles, I guess. Nice big guns there. And then the weapons that went on the back of the thing, the back of the ARC-170 itself. You can put in his hands, but they actually can also fit into those holes that connect the shoulder into the wing for vehicle mode. And once you do that, you have these cool shoulder cannons. And there he is in his robot mode. Let's put the pilot in, because this is just full-on a Gundam. You can still have him in the cockpit there, and he's ready to get his new type on. Here we go. Here he is complete. Much nicer appearing robot, I have to say. This is probably one of the more successful Star Wars crossovers. It's not as garish looking. Yeah, it does have a lot of kibble still, but it kind of adds to the look. I think wings can automatically be written off as not kibble because they always look cool on robots. He does have this flap of the back of the ARC-170, including the little astromech droid just hanging out right there. He does have these samurai skirts, which yet again look pretty cool. His legs are actually very nice looking. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got a knee bend. We'll get onto articulation in a little bit, but as his articulation in his legs actually works. His shoulders kind of slouch a little bit, but I'm sure if you really work them up and kind of get them in, they'll be fine. So let's look at some of the sculpts for the robot mode. Starting off with this head sculpt, very nice looking. It actually has the Commander Bly looking visor, which is really cool. You can see next to the standard figure, about the same size head, but this one has the visor and more of a robotic look, and this one's just a normal trooper. Really do enjoy this head sculpt. Really badass looking. It's actually a new head sculpt for this repaint. I don't believe it can turn, though. Maybe it looks like it's turning a little bit. But yeah, there's not really any room in there for it to turn. So I'm going to say it doesn't really have any head articulation, which is okay. It's fine. His shoulders can swivel. They're pretty much universal. You can swivel his bicep. You can bend his elbow about 90 degrees. His hands are on an inward hinge as well as a swivel, so that's really cool. He actually has a waist swivel, which is nice. Commander Cody also had that, but this is also good. Universal joint at the legs, which is almost, just about, fully posable. Like I already showed, he has a thigh swivel as well as a knee bend, and he has an ankle joint, which is kind of nice. So let's actually see if we can get this guy in a bit of a pose. We'll see if we can actually pose this action figure. Because you know how these things go, they don't really like being action figures. Let's see if we can actually get it to cooperate. It's kind of fighting me. It's kind of fighting me, but we'll see. Overall, I do like this one. I like this one more than Cody by a long shot. I think it looks nicer. I think it transforms nicer. The alt mode's nicer. Overall, it's just nicer. It's a good figure. I would actually kind of recommend this one. It's a little finicky, as you can see. It doesn't always fight alongside you. It fights against you sometimes, but at the end, he's still an ally. He's still a good boy. I recommend this one. Check it out. Well, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed another Clone Trooper Transformers review. Those are the only two I have. Will I try to get more eventually? Probably. I probably want more of these. Do I want to get them all? I don't know. I don't know if I can stomach getting all of these. But hey, it's nice to have at least a couple. Well, there you go, guys. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social medias if you have a chance. Links are down in the description. Have a good day, and as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.